So last time we had a problem with the mic, and I tried to do it over in on a business page. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, let me just see if the sound. Do it. Oh yeah, great. The sound works. So I hopped on here a little early, like 2 minutes early, just to make sure that the sound was working. But here I am. So come on in. I'm live. Did you get a notification that I'm going live? If not, if you want to, if you just kind of found me, put on your little notification for this group. Okay, I go live every week at Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. I'd love to have you in here. Okay, so if you're just hopping on, say hi below. This is not StreamYard. Hi, Suzanne. Um, and yeah, okay, good. All right, so today, you know what we're going to talk about? I did a poll the other day, wanted to find out from all of you what do you want training on, and the number one thing you wanted training on is how to find your ideal clients. So we're going to spend the next 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm going to go over this is the way to do it, okay? Number one, you need to, okay? It's so much easier if you niche down. Okay. Most of you that said that you were going to hop on here today were from the health and wellness, holistic health and wellness space. So I'm going to talk when I create examples in that area, okay, just to make it easier. So that is such a broad topic, all right? You want to in the beginning narrow down into a very specific subgroup of people that need help in the health and wellness space. So what do I mean by that? I mean by if you have done like the customer avatar worksheet, and you can actually pick that up over on my personal page. There is a big blue ball on the, I think it's the left hand side. You click on that, you'll go over, provide me with your name and email address, and I'll send that customer avatar worksheet over to you right away. You really need to know who are you working with, okay? You need to know the demographics and the psychographics of your ideal client. So you've got to start there. You got to know your client inside and out. All right. Age, male or female, gender is very important. Married, single, those are important also. The more you niche down in demographic, the easier it's going to be for us to find your ideal clients out there, either in groups, big groups, or Facebook groups, or Facebook personal business pages. Okay, groups or business pages. Okay, so that's what we need to do. But we need to get really clear. You got to be really clear on who is it that you want to be working with. All right. Also know if you can niche down not only in age and gender and, like, married with children, maybe empty nester, male, female, but what are they interested in? Like, what are their values? Like, what are their hobbies? Okay. You got to remember there's 600 million Facebook groups. You want to be able to spread out and get into groups where other people are not, okay? Because there are a lot of you. There's a lot of coaches in the health and wellness industry, okay? So the more niche you become, the more of an expert you become in that area, and you are the go-to coach to solve a problem, all right? So what I would recommend is if you are someone to help someone to lose weight, let's say, change your diet or get into more holistic way of eating, you can look at, okay, who's in that category? Okay. Is it someone who just gave birth and wants to lose the extra, 30 pounds? Is it women that hit menopause and all of a sudden they have no hormones, no metabolism? Is it that group? Okay. So you would get into groups that these women are at, and it doesn't have to be health and wellness groups. You could go for women over 50, most likely. Let's just take that group for a moment, that have a particular interest. Okay. And you could get in there and start to network and get visible. Also, think about if you, for instance, perhaps, you're someone that can help someone that is hypertensive. Why are they hypertensive? They maybe have too much weight on them. Maybe that is one of the reasons. Maybe the diabetic group. okay, or someone with Lyme disease. Okay, they are completely run down. Maybe that's someone that you would help, or someone with an endocrine problem, okay, a thyroid problem. So think, by illness, okay, by diagnosis. There are groups for all of that out there, okay, and they're looking for solutions, okay, to help them get better and to like let go of the drugs and just be healthier, okay. So they're looking, or they are in groups looking for solutions. Maybe they don't know yet that they really need someone like a coach to help them get to where they want to be. So you want to that's the key. Okay, that's really what you want to start with. You really want to niche down. Think of, there was a great book written years ago about, the market. There's tons of sharks out there, okay? Tons of competition, people going after the same kind of client. The more niche you become, the less likely there'll be that many more coaches in that area going after that client, okay? That type of client. So that's what you want to do first. Then you want to look for and put in the keywords to your niche of what your ideal client would be searching for. Okay, so perhaps it is a hypertensive group, perhaps it's a diabetic group. These groups are huge, 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 huge. Okay, line groups, endocrine groups, or just mothers that want to lose the extra weight, or dating groups, women, divorcees looking for love. One of the things they want to do is get in shape. They let themselves go. That's another area you can get into. All right. So you want to get into 5 to 7 groups at the very beginning. If you get into more groups than that, you are going to be so overwhelmed. Okay. So if you're just starting out, which most of you in this group are, you definitely want to start small, okay? Something that's manageable, or else it's just will become chaotic for you. Okay, let's start small. Okay, who's on here? Say hi. Um, Say hi. That's great. All right, so get into 5 to 7 groups, and then you're going to get visible in there. And how do you get visible is by networking. So how do you network in a group? Okay, you get in there and you start answering questions. You start commenting on posts. You start getting visible. All right. And no pitch, you just get visible. But the other thing you want to do is hi, Kim, you definitely want to be sure that your personal page and your business page is optimized for your business, okay? Because people will start checking you out and they're going to go to your personal page first and then your business page. So you definitely want to optimize it as a billboard showing what you do and who you help, okay? They're more likely to say yes to your friend request, okay? So you want to get in there and start nurturing, start commenting, start networking, getting to know the people in the group. Listen, and if the group is not for you, then leave it. Like leave. Go up to the 3 dots and leave it, and then get into another group, okay? Don't collect groups that don't serve you, okay? It just is too much distraction. All right. And we're trying to decrease the distraction on Facebook so that you can focus and actually start building a business that you love. All right. But Facebook is notorious for distraction. Okay. So you've got to be really good about this. Get rid of things that are distraction and are not working for you in your business on Facebook. Okay. So get in there and you start warming them up. So what I suggest is you do this at least for 15 minutes every day. Get into the groups, comment. Go into the activity, go to the newest posts so that you are seen. You're like one of the first ones posting on there, and you want to comment and answer questions and get to know people. And that's how you do it. Okay. You keep showing up day after day after day, 15 minutes. That's it. Okay. Every single day, Saturday and Sunday as well. All right. Because a lot of people in these groups are not in the groups until the weekends. No, you don't have to track Kim right now. You don't track your interactions right now. Okay. If you're just in the groups, you're just warming people up. All right. Now, let's say you're in there and now you are in a group and you know the group is hot for your ideal clients. You know they're in there. So there's a couple of things you could do. You can create a post that kind of calls out your ideal client. So you may want to say something like, who here struggles with XYZ? Okay? XYZ is the problem of which you have the solution for. Okay? So you want to see who in that group of 10,000, 100,000 people, they'll raise their hand and say, I struggle with it. And they may say how they struggle with it. And all you are doing is collecting, saying you're going to comment on it and say, thanks for sharing. And then I would actually invite them to be a friend. Okay, because that person has identified themselves as your ideal client. So invite them to be a friend. What they're going to do is they're going to see your friend request and their notifications. They're going to say, who's Dallas Piana? And then they're going to go over to my personal page and see who I am. And they see, oh, she works with coaches. She helps coaches build their businesses online. Do I want to be her friend? Yeah, I could use help. Click. Definitely I'll accept her friend request. Okay. They may even go to my business page to see if I have a business page. Okay. So that's why these things have to be optimized. All right. So that's how you're calling them forth, calling them out of like the Facebook land. And everyone loves to answer questions. So it's great to ask a question. Okay. The next thing you can do is another kind of post you could do is, what's your number one fear with XYZ? So you're doing some customer research in there, and you're calling the person that's going to respond to that is someone that has a problem with the problem that you solve. Okay. That's another opportunity to friend every single person that responds to your call out post. You also want to acknowledge each person in the comments below. Okay, be sure to acknowledge people in the comments below. You don't want to be solving problems. Okay, you're just trying to see who is your ideal client and then inviting them to be your friend. Okay, so you just want to place a reaction there, a little heart, a wow, and then maybe say, hey, thanks. Oh, really? Can you explain more about this? You could ask more questions in the comments below that actually will push it out to more people in that group that will see that post and will perhaps identify with the question that you asked. So those are two ways, okay, where you call them out of a big group. You want to be in groups that are over 5,000 members, okay, 10,000 members, 20,000, 100,000, okay, and they are there. It is easier to get your ideal clients by the volume, okay? Remember, we're working in a funnel. You've got to be doing this every single day. So you want to be inviting people to your personal page to be your friend, right? If you invited them to be your friend, you want to be doing this for 20, 25 minutes a day, every single solitary day. Okay, because remember, the requests go out and a smaller percentage is going to say, yes, I will be your friend. Okay, so that's why you have to be doing this every day. Bring the volume in, the invites. Okay, the funnel, the top of the funnel, you got to fill it out, because as people get closer to you and your offer, fewer and fewer will say yes. That's why you need to fill the top of the funnel. Okay, so you've got to be inviting every single solitary day. So this is where a lot of you stop. Okay, the ego starts taking over. Oh my God, oh my God. Okay, you've got to put your ego aside and just do it as a kind of like a relentless task. Okay, an activity. And just do it. Just do it. Just set your timer. Set your timer for 25 minutes. And this is what you're doing. Set your timer for 15 minutes and just get visible. So visible first, and then 25 minutes for inviting. Okay. So if you're just starting to invite, when invite 10 in the morning. Okay. So 25 minutes inviting is when you have really warmed up Facebook. But if you're just starting, you want to do 10 in the morning invites and 10 in the evening. Then the next day you do 12 in the morning, 12 in the evening. Then the following day, 14 and 14, okay? Until you get up to where you can start inviting 50 people at a time. Otherwise, what's happening is Facebook thinks you're a robot, okay? Because who's this person inviting people? And they'll stop you or slow you down. Don't be afraid. We all get stopped by Facebook. They'll shut you down for a couple of hours. That's okay. Let it go. Sometimes it's 4 hours, sometimes it's 6 hours because you're going so fast with inviting. Okay. So they shut you down, but that's okay. Then you just, once they open up, give you more permission to go and invite, you start it again. You just start slower. Okay. But eventually you're going to be able to talk to people and invite people like 50 at a time. Okay. But you have to warm the feed up and show Facebook this is your new pattern of interacting on Facebook. Okay. Otherwise, they think this is a robot. All right. Relentless. You've got to be relentless. Okay. You've got to put your ego aside. Don't, feel like the attention is on you. I promise you, the attention is not going to be on you. They're not going, you'll get one or two people that will say, is this how you do it? Or they'll question you and you just say, oh, sorry, I offended you. Or sorry, this is not the way you like to be introduced to me. But you keep moving. You keep moving. Okay. You've got to move that many people or invite that many people to your party on your personal page because only a percentage will say yes. So let's say you invite 50, all right? What will happen is you may get 18 people say yes a day. Okay. Some days it's only 10 people a day will say yes out of 50. Sometimes it's only two. Sometimes, and then on the weekend, because people are not in their messages until the weekend, then on the weekend you get more and more that say yes. Okay. So you constantly have to be doing this every single day. Look, I've been in business doing this for 2 years, like this kind of strategy, and I still do this every single day. All right. I'm at a point now where I have given it over to an assistant. My great assistant helps me with this, and that can be done as well. Oh, so okay. Hi, Diana. So you really the point is when you invite people and you press invite to be a friend out in groups, okay? When you see somebody and you click on it and you go and you invite them to be a friend, that invitation goes to your personal page. Okay? It doesn't go to your group. All right? And so it's easier to invite people to your personal page, which you have now optimized with a cover photo that showcases your business and how you help solve people's problems. And then from there, after you warm them up for 3 to 5 days, you then privately in Messenger invite them to your exclusive Facebook group where XYZ is being taught. Okay? It is easier to move people from the larger groups, okay, where your ideal clients are hanging out, to invite them into your personal page and then from your personal page into a group. Okay? So much easier. When you get over like 1,500 people in your group, Facebook will start promoting your group themselves. Okay? So you will see people that you have not invited personally that want entrance into your group. Vet everyone. That's why there's a queue. You want to vet everyone before you let them into your group, okay? Because there are also kind of weirdos out there or people that just want to get in the group that are not your ideal client. So you definitely want to vet everyone. Yeah, great. Definitely. So Kim and Diana, you're on here. What is your niche? What's your niche? Okay, specifically. So who is your ideal client? Okay, a couple of words. Let me know in the comments below. Now, another thing, so I'll share with you, is one of my very first clients was a physical trainer, transformational coach in the area of health and wellness. Okay, so food and diet, but basically more of a physical trainer, workout, that type of thing. So she started out with a niche of the 45-year-old woman with teenagers that now wants to tone up their body. Okay, so she wants to attract someone like her, except her body is incredible. Okay. So she started out attracting that kind of woman. But what happened was that she still had a huge following of friends and family and neighbors from her community. The men started, who were divorced, started to get on her personal page and say that they wanted help from her. And these men just happened to be divorcees, recently divorced, out of shape. And before they started the dating game, they wanted to get their body back in shape. So they hired her. So that actually, her niche chose her. Okay. So she shifted for a period of time to accommodate the men that were in their late 40s, early 50s, divorcees. And that's helped her also with her messaging. And then she went out into those groups that had these men who were divorced, or dating groups, or people, single men, or groups like that. So you've got to think, expand your mind about what kind of group is your particular person that you want to be working with. Where are they out there in Facebook groups? Okay, Kim, women in midlife who need to lose weight and avoid chronic disease. Okay, so midlife, great. So we know that that is pretty much someone that's over 50 or 45 years old. So you want to find groups where the women are older. So it might be in menopause groups, right? There's a lot of those groups available. Midlife groups. There are groups that called women midlife groups. So you want to find those kind of groups. I would also look at, what do they value? Okay. Are they empty nesters? So find empty nester groups. Find walking groups. People that are in walking groups want to get their health back, and perhaps the walking isn't really enough for them, and they actually need someone like a coach to help them get, the last 30 pounds off, okay, or something like that. So don't just look for an area with the look at also their interest. Where would a woman in her 50, what are her interests? What kind of groups would she be in? Okay. That interest her, values, okay, that type of thing. And that's where you can get in there and see if there are people in there that are actually talking about their health and wellness. Burned out moms. Okay, what does that mean, Diana? What age moms? Is it the new mother? Is it the teenage mother, the mother with teenagers? Why is she burnt out? Is she working also and running a house? Is it just it's too much the household? Is it her profession that she's burnt out from? Like, or is it her relationship with her husband why she's burnt out? Like, what you've got to get more specific. Okay. And actually, like what's the solution? Okay. But really, burnt out moms tells me nothing. Okay, we all are burnt out from time to time. So, what is something, why, if someone is burnt out long term over months and years, okay, that they're so burnt out and so sick and tired of being burnt out that they're dying, that they now will reach out and get help. Okay, you got to remember, people do not reach out for help unless they are so sick and tired of where they are at now and willing to pay big dollars to get help. Okay, so they've got to be like ready, okay, sick and tired of where they're at. Okay, so it can't be just a stress for a week or two. It's like, what is not, the nagging that's creating this burned out feeling, and what does it look like? Okay. Okay, Tammy, let me see. Help women who feel stuck to break free into the confident women they are longing to be. You've got to be more specific, Tammy. Why? What do they want to be? Who do they want to be? You got to be specific. Very specific. Who is this woman? Why are they stuck? What kind of relationship are they in with themselves or the world or their family? Okay. You definitely want to be, get much more specific in defining who this ideal client is before you even go out into groups. Okay. I would get much more specific. What are the problems? What are the circumstances that are causing this lack of confidence? And who do they want to be? Okay. Do they want to go back into the workforce? Do they want to, paint a house? Like, who do they want to be, or who are they not being now? Okay. Um, um, and what do they want? Be more specific. You got to be specific. So you talking to me online, because otherwise it is so much superficial stuff on Facebook. The more specific you are and talking directly to your ideal client, the more their ears are going to pop up and say, oh my God, she's talking about me. All right. So you want to get much more specific. Let's see. Okay, Kim's on her way. Good. Um, so remember, and then once they come over to you, okay, and they say yes to your friend request, you want your content to be sifting and sorting through people, all right? And they will drop out those that do not want a coach like you, that you are not the coach for them. All right. So you allow your content to do that. You don't have to figure it out anymore, because you have already attracted who you think is your ideal client. And now you let your content do the nurturing and educating and training and talking about their problems and their solutions. And those people will start to raise their hands, the ones that want to work with you. Okay. Once you start making offers or presenting your program, okay, through promotional offers. All right. So but you've got to constantly be filling the pipeline. Okay. Because let's say you have now 500 people on your personal page, and you've moved 500 people into your group that are your ideal clients, and you now present your program over and over and over again in there, like every 2 weeks, and you've kind of like tapped out of resources that want to work with you. That's why you constantly want to be bringing in new possibilities, new possible ideal clients that will see your program service for the first time and go, that's a possibility. Remember, the first time people see your offer, your program, they generally will, it just kind of flat goes by. They've got to see it over and over and over again till it starts to click with them, and they're like, oh, maybe I do want to work with her. Maybe I do want to solve this problem now. Okay. Because a lot of times, the first time that you bring someone over to you, they may not even know that they've got the problem that you think they have. Okay. But it's through your content and identifying and calling them out and talking to them in content that they see, oh my goodness, I do have that problem. I need help in this area. I'm definitely willing to have the breakthrough, and I'm willing to pay you to work with me to show me how to have that breakthrough in a particular area. All right. Listen, I'm going to be posting this also, but you guys are the first to know. I have on Friday, so not tomorrow, but the next day, I have time available, and I'm going to be giving I have slots for 5 strategy calls. They're $119 for the hour. What we will do is plot out your entire, like, how to get people into your space, how to nurture them, set up your program, how to make your offer, like your whole strategy of presenting your program to your ideal clients. So if that's something you want to have an hour with me on Friday talking about your business and how we can get your business off the ground, that's available on Friday. Just private message me. I'm going to be taking the first 5 people that private message me, and then I'll send you a calendar link. We'll schedule it sometime on Friday. Okay. I also will be posting this and opening it up to everyone in the group, not just the people on the live. So if this is something you want, definitely look for, contact me in the private messages. Okay. So that's what I have for you for today. And I will be talking to a few of you on Friday, and otherwise I will see everyone next week. All right. Have a great rest of your week. I'm going to be signing off here. Bye.